Light rail transit refers to electric trains that provide local service in urban areas. These trains typically connect urban centers with higher capacity commuter rail. Examples of light rail transit are the River Line in New Jersey and the Zhao Line in Beijing. Transit investment has continued in the United States for the last several decades. 35 light rail lines have been built since 1970, and ridership has increased faster than population growth in recent years. China has experienced a remarkable scale of development over the last several decades. We will first look at how the trends of development in China impact the nation's transportation system. As China has developed and modernized, larger and larger shares of the country's growing population are living in cities. In 1964, just 18% of Chinese citizens lived in urban areas. By 2009, that figure had grown to 47%. China has also seen a rise in vehicle ownership in urban areas. For example, between 1997 and 2010, the number of personal vehicles in the city of Beijing increased from 1 million to 4.5 million. In order to deal with this influx of urban commuting traffic, China initially focused on roadway investment, with 72% of public spending going towards roadway expansion. However, in 2000, policymakers began shifting funding towards public transit. By 2010, public transit investment reached 81% of total transportation spending. One challenge China faces is the lack of integration between modes of public transit, such as long-distance rail and urban metro systems. China has invested heavily in high-speed commuter rail between cities. However, many rail hubs are not linked with or are far from other modes of transit. If commuter rail does not connect to local transit networks, users can experience the so-called last-mile effect, by which the last mile of their journey is the most time-consuming or expensive. This leads to a less efficient transportation system. Now that we know about the challenge of transit integration in China, we will look at a case study in Denver, Colorado. Denver's RTD bus and rail system integrate transit modes very effectively. Commuter rail delivers users from the suburbs of Denver and Denver Airport to Union Station in the heart of Denver. Union Station is also the origin of each of the light rail lines, which connect the user to the rest of the city. Bus rapid transit is also available along rail lines. Light rail is a potential solution to China's lack of transit integration. It provides local transit service at a lower cost of construction than an underground metro system. It is also an alternative to automobile travel, so it can help ease traffic congestion. Finally, it can improve the efficiency of the transit network overall by providing rapid connections between transit modes.